Hi everybody, it's Julie. I'm here with today's beginner junk journal series video. We are still working in our Beach Beauty journal, and today I am going to make some charms. So we did do this little dealy with the flip-flops that I absolutely love. So remember, this is the journal we've been working on. We've kind of taken some days off, isn't it? Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And I am excited to bring to the table some rocks and some glass. I just picked this up at the, I call it my $1.49 store. It's like a mom and pop, little, like a 99-cent store. So look at what we've got. We've got net now. Got net, nothing but net. Oh boy. Anyway, we can go ahead, and this one we can undo and save, and we'll have this whole little bag. And you know, we've been using some net in this journal. Now I've been using a net that's more cloth-like than this, but you know, we'll that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find a couple of littler pieces. And they will be, little pieces are perfect for charms for our journals. If you want to do that, you can also, turn them into jewelry or other little charming gifts. Okay, so there's another. There it is. There you go. Ooh, and a little white one. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these into charms. Then they had this bag of rocks, and I thought these would also match my colors. I got these for my garden. I have a couple of little water features that need some rocks for the bees and for the butterflies to be able to land. And so I went ahead and picked this up, and I really like that color. Ooh, I like that one. Okay, so that just gives us a little bit of that. And then in the magic drawer, dun, da, 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 I have some seahorses and some shells. Okay. And this shell. And that shell. Okay. And then there's a couple of pink beads, which might want to use. Then I also have, these are some little shells, and they have a hole in them. They are from one of those shell necklaces that you can get sometimes. So I have a couple of those. Okay. So I think that's our shells. Okay. Now you could also use, if you had some mother of pearl buttons or something like that, you could use those also. So let's go ahead, and I am going to use my gold wire. This is the paddle wire that I get in the wreath section at Michael's. I usually get it at Christmas time. So I think to start off with, I'm going to go ahead and, actually we want to go ahead and make a charm. Okay, so these are interesting to wrap. Now these pieces of glass have some ridges in them, which is kind of going to be cool. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and wrap around my shell, around my beach glass. And then I'm going to come up here. So I've wrapped around it. And now I'm going to wind it off. Okay? Maybe. Okay, so there we go, winding it off. You see that? Just wind it off. Okay, and we can go ahead and continue with this as our charm. Okay, so this is what is going to hold. That is going to be the bottom charm. And then we could go ahead and possibly put one of these shells on if it'll go through. Sometimes yeah, see? So we can just put that shell on there. And we have that cool little shell. Then I do have some seed beads. And we're very carefully going to put them, I usually use that lid right there. Let's see. Find something to pour it into. Okay. So I have several of these. And one of my wires works and one of them doesn't. I hope this is the one that works. There we go. Whoop, I had one. Okay. So, oh, it did go on there. Okay, so really, really cool. You can just put a few of these on here. You just feed them on. Let them fall down. Okay, so you see, beautiful, beautiful. And then you can go ahead and, well, we have, that's too big. Those all have the big end. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and grab out the... Okay, so we can go ahead and wrap around. Okay. And give it a curly. So that gives us a curly. Okay. And then we can go ahead and wrap this down and wrap it around and get us a okay, and then come up, pinch that in. Okay, So there we have our wrapped, beautiful wrapped piece of glass. Now, of course, you may want it just for like a, for like hanging off of something. So off of like a paper clip. Okay, so I'm going to, this time, I'm going to go ahead and go up and down and wrap it off, okay? And grab another piece. Okay, I'm going to start it up here. And wrap it around again. Okay. Now we need to come and wrap it here and down so that it won't fall out. Okay, so I'm going to start it up here again. This time I'm going to go ahead and go around and around and around and up. Okay, I'm going to go take the first piece and wrap it, and then take the second piece and wrap it. Okay, so that gives us this cute little piece. And we can go ahead and add one of the pink beads. Could even have one of the paper beads if there was a short one. Because we are using that kind of, okay. Now to do that, we're going to want to go ahead and, whoop. Okay, so we have our little dilly bobber there, and we can go ahead and use a bulb pin or a paper clip and hook it right on. Okay, so just put it right on, and we'll have a paper clip. Okay, and then this could be like a dangle that goes on a paper clip. We could go ahead and make it shorter and come in this area and make the piece that is going to stick on. Okay, so now these round ones are harder, and it's just a matter of wrapping. For me, this is how I do them. There's not really any place to hold on to, so I go ahead and just start going around it and putting pieces together just like that. Trying to get it in a variety of angles, just so the rock can't fall out in any of the directions. That one actually was, it worked. Well, there we go. I was going to say, see what I said? I was going to say that one actually worked pretty easy. Okay, so coming up through your wire, okay, I'm going to go ahead and tie that one on. Just add a couple of shells. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Let's go ahead and make a little one. I just think that this is really cool. If you happen to have some beach glass around, I have done this before with special beach glass that was from a special trip, and I've done this. I've done the little tiny bottles with the little tiny pieces of beach glass in them. I've done, okay, that one I didn't leave myself enough. Okay, so you really want to make sure that you give yourself enough room. Okay, so with this one, I'm going to come up to the top. And they're all different because the beach glass is all different. So do you have a beach glass collection? Do you like to find beach glass when you are on your trips to the beach? I love to find beach glass. I walk with my head down, and I'm a searcher. When we do the desert, I'm looking for rusty, cool stuff, and when I go to the beach, I'm looking for rusty, cool stuff, or not rusty, cool. I'm looking for beach glass, and it's really, really cool to find it. Okay, so I have this little dilly bobber, and I'm just going to hang that on with this. I'm going to hang it on with this other one. Okay, so we've got a double hanger there, and then since we have the seed beads out, let's go ahead and grab some more of those and put them on here. And don't forget things that you have. If you have broken jewelry, maybe you have some old puka shells, and you're, telling part of your story, and puka shells could be something that you are talking about. I probably date myself with that one right there, right? Okay, so that gives us another little beachy dangle, which I think is really, really cool. Now, this was a broken earring, and so we can even take apart broken earring, add it in there, just because, the more the merrier. Okay, so don't be afraid to use the broken jewelry. I mean, what else is it going to be used for? Now you guys see me use broken jewelry all the time. Even just pieces as they are. Sometimes I'll break them up more. There, we just add that. That gives us a little bit more. But you see, it is in the colors of the journal. So, heck, why not, right? Why not? Okay. Here we go. We're trying to put that down on itself. Okay. And we can add more. But always, I think a good addition is some broken jewelry. And you don't always have to keep it as it is. Okay, so that gives us that variety. And then we do have this also. Okay, so another thing that we can do here is we can take off this piece. And we can go ahead and add one of these shells. Let's add the blue one. Okay, go ahead and pull it up and around. Okay. Then we can come up here and okay, if we come to the back of this, okay, so the front of the hook is right here. So if we come to the back of the hook and open it, you know what, we can just go ahead and add this to the paper clip. Okay, so and put the paper clip inside the hook and close up the hook with the paper clip and the jewelry piece inside of it. Can't grab a hold of it. I keep getting the bead instead of the... Okay, so there we have the bead. with the shell bead on it. Okay. And let's do one more. Okay, so a very easy, probably the easiest way to start is to use one of these beads. Let's go ahead and we'll start with this long bead. I'm gonna start with the loop and I'm gonna tie my wire around. Okay, so there, that gives me that. We are using this. Let's see. We'll try this one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and attach this into this dangle. Okay. So I'm going to come up. Whoop. I need to go under this wire. There we go. Okay, so we went around it. We went around it. And now we're up above it. Okay, see that? Make sure that we're good and tight. And there's that big hump there, so I think we should be okay with it. I'm going to go through the wire one more time. Hard to do because we did tighten it so tight. So what's your favorite thing to find on the beach? Are you a beach comber? I am a beach comber. Okay, so there's that. We do have one more pink bead left, so let's put that on there. And I'm just going to flip this around. Okay, see this one's rounded, so I can just flip it around that, and then I'm going to twist this off. Okay. That way I get a nice rounded edge up at the top to hold my charm. And there we go. Okay. And if you end up that you don't like this one with, you can go ahead and you can bunch them up too. I mean, you can move it. There we go. Okay, so we have a long one and this long one that could actually end up being part of a bead dangle. If you decided not to do a tassel, you can always do a bead dangle. So that is that. You can do things as simple as wrapping your glass and attaching it to to a piece of lace. if you have lace in your journal. So, you know, you can just go ahead and start and use this one and make a you can make just a glass charm is what I was getting at. You can just have a charm that is just the piece of glass. Okay, so that gives us that charm. You can do the same with the shells or the seahorse and just have that hanging. So that is what I wanted to show you. It is something that I find to be really fun, and I love to have these to use in my beach journals, and even for when I am actually journaling. I find it to be a lot of fun. This one has edges in it. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going in the edges and using those to help me put that one together. Okay. Just try and get it in there so it doesn't poke. So isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I think that is going to make a really fun charm for this journal. And then flatten it. You can turn it like that. Okay? So, making glass and rock charms using broken jewelry to accent your charms. So this one had the broken shell. This is from a shell necklace. This is from a shell necklace. Those are both broken shells. We also used some of the paper beads. These were Happy Mail that someone had sent me. And I finally had a place to use them. So you can use your shell beads and things that are in, you know, along with your theme. But, you know, I just think whenever I'm using shells or I'm doing beach, that it's kind of fun to bring in the sea glass and use that. And so let's get an idea of what you might see off the side of this journal. So if you can just imagine seeing these pieces hanging. This one might hang back here with the flip-flop. But you can see these pieces hanging off of your journal, and even that much more special if they are a special thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to add this long one, because this one in the book won't be happy. So we'll add this to the flip-flop. And there was another long one. This one. So we'll add both of those to the flip-flop here on the outside edge. And give you an idea of what we've got going. Okay, so isn't that so cool? This, and then maybe one of the postage stamps with or maybe two of them, one for down here and one for up here, that is from the Beach Beauties. I think that is going to be gorgeous. So, Yeah, so stay tuned. And of course, you know, you just saw me do the cute little pin that we did, and I mean, wouldn't that be cute on the front here? So well, we'll come back and I'll have put that on, but I think we'll go ahead and add this as a charm down here. And and then that gives us, we have a paper clip that we'll be able to use. Okay, so you just go ahead and put a paper clip in there. Okay, so that gives you an idea of what our possibilities are here. So that is making charms out of beach glass and broken jewelry, including jewelry that had some shells. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're here for the premiere, hi! I hope you are well, and I hope that the storms are staying far away from you and that you're having a great day. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so YouTube will tell you when other videos come up. I've put some videos up here for you to watch after this one. If you at least go watch another video, even if it's another video, YouTube really likes that and helps my channel. Have an amazing day, and thank you so much for being here. Which one was your favorite? I love the way these look with the flip-flop. Have an amazing day. Bye. Bye-bye.